Up, Whitey Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 23, aka Episode 61, titled Deku vs. Kacchan Part 2. So, where we're starting at adaptation-wise, and this is at the 42nd mark, is going to be page 10 of Chapter 117's adaptation, which is literally where we left off last week. But I'm going to talk about prior to that first. And I really like what Studio Bones did, and I'm telling you, they are watching what David Productions did. Basically, what they did was they condensed Bakugou's speech from the end of last week's episode, prior to the 42nd mark, and then they could just continue off, and I freaking like that. Good stuff, Studio Bones. But anyway, let's get to the good stuff here. Let's get to the new content. So without further ado, let's go. And this is at the 42nd mark. Okay, I got a little bit of a problem here with when Deku's going like, huh? Wait, why does it have to be like that? Like, I don't know, is it just me? Or, like, if you're looking at, and this is, like, on page 11 of chapter 117, I don't know if it's just me, but in the anime, Deku's arms look a little too stiff. Because if you look in the manga, his arms, like, they look like they're moving a little bit faster than they are in the anime. Okay, I am not liking the camera angles for Bakugo. I think it's a little too close, and let me give you the time frame for this. Hold on a second. First of all, like at the 57-second mark, or like 50. You could even say like 55-second mark starting there. You cut off my man's face! Like, if you look in the manga, you see his face! Like, what the shit is this? I mean, unless my thing is all messed up, which I don't think it is. You cut off my man's face, and like, you missed a really cool opportunity to, like, really be expressive with Bakugou's face here, and that makes me sad. Makes me sad. But what makes it worse, and this is at the 1 minute mark, is you could have done some cool-ass shading with the top of Bakugou's face. What the fuck is this, Studio Bones? Oh my god, I can't believe you did this. Okay, this is where I have a problem with the framing as well, and this is, like, at the 1 minute 4 second mark. When, Bakugo is saying, you gotta show me just you gotta show me just what it is about you that made All Might want to bring you this far. Why the close-up? Because if you look at the manga panel, you have Bakugo's like in a wider shot, and you see like you see him from the shoulder up, and it looks so much better. And then you get like, the next sentence, when he says, and if it turns out your way of looking up to him has been right all this time, that means I was doing it all wrong, and then it goes to a close-up. Like, this frame right here should be that. But let me see how the rest of this goes. Why the fuck did you have a shot go to Midoriya here? What the fuck, Studio Bones? That's at the 1 minute 9 second mark, by the way. Why? Why? That was stupid! Oh my god, this is so stupid! Okay, so how I would have done this, Studio Bones, and bear with me, I'm sorry. This live reaction is going to end up being a rant right now. If this video is long and you're going to thumbs me down for ranting on something like this, I'm sorry. I'm just blown away by how, oh my god. So this is how this should have been done. First of all, I wouldn't have gone to Midoriya at all. And what I would have done was I would have done it kind of like the manga. I still would have had that extreme close-up, but I would have had that, and I would have had that when Bakugo said that line, but I would have had like the wider shot like in the manga, and then had the instead of that Midoriya shot, had the close-up that the anime had, and then had the extreme close-up for the then does that. My admiration was wrong. What were you thinking, Studio Bones? What were you guys thinking? Jesus! God, I'm sorry, this is just bugging me. And also at the 1 minute 19 second mark, I do not like the angle of Midoriya's face. I don't like it at this angle. It should have been straight on. It's not. Oh, God, this ruined the fucking scene. Why is it not straight on? And also, you could have done something really cool with the background, too. But no! This is wasted potential. The only thing I like about this scene, to be honest, is the voice acting and the placement of the opening song. And also the writing. The writing is perfect. The voice acting is fantastic. And the placement is just, it's perfect. I got no complaints about that. It's just, God, just the freaking framing is just, oh my God. Like I mean by framing, like the angles, it's just very questionable. But anyway, let's actually get to this fight and see how it goes. Because if it's as bad as what Studio Period did for the Veto fight, well, the majority of the Veto fight, then I'm gonna lose my fucking mind and really rant. Oh, Studio Post, you're killing me, Small! Like, this is, like, at the 3-minute 24-second mark, or, yeah, I could go start, like, 3-minute 23, 3-minute 24-second mark, when Bakugo starts rushing at, Deku. Oh, the wasted potential. Like, this is where you would put comic book effects here. You could have done, like, a red and orange background, like, red and orange, like, comic book background, like something, for those of you that watch Captain Tsubasa 2018, like, the background that David Productions puts, on Hyoga, like, right as he's kicking the goal. That would have been fucking cool for this. Oh my God, this is just... Oh, and then we don't have the sound effects either, which, like, you know, we don't, what I mean is we don't have, like, the dash and the boom shit. Oh my God. Studio Bones, this wasted potential is just, it's just killing me. We got slow motion. Okay, I will give you that. We got slow motion. Thank you. We got slow motion, but we still don't have comic book effects. Why? Why are we not getting comic book effects? Or comic book animation? Why? We get it in a soccer anime, but we don't get it in like a comic book superhero anime. I don't understand the Studio Bones. So, at the 3-minute 49-second mark, we go into chapter 118's adaptation of the manga. So, again, my problems with the adaptation of chapter 117, my problems have mainly to do with, like, the wasted potential of the animation. The thing is that Studio Bones has been doing this season, and this is the story of their season, of season 3 of Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia, is they're not utilizing the animation, and it's just so freaking sad, because I know Studio Bones can give us some really good animation, and I like the way I pictured this chapter being adapted, especially this fight. It's not going the way I wanted, and it's it's just so much wasted potential. But everything else is fine, and I know I'm just being an asshole about it probably, but it's just disappointed in the animation. But everything else and also the framing. But everything else is pretty much fine. But anyway, let's get to and I'm curious if you guys are disappointed in the animation like I am. Anyway, let's get to chapter 118's adaptation. Well, I am quite serious with Skipped. My poor sweet Bakugo! My poor baby! Like, oh my God! Like, my poor baby! Oh my God. But, okay, let me talk about the fight first. Whew, what a fight. Okay, so, again, the problem I have with this fight is there's wasted potential. And it's mainly in the backgrounds. I feel like Studio Bones, you're not utilizing your backgrounds. Like, what the fuck? And you're not utilizing the animation like you should. And I do like the thing that I will say about, and again, I'm gonna compare it to Captain Tsubasa for a second. It's something that I don't mind Studio Bones doing with the flashbacks being in a bright color palette is I like the contrast that's going on here. Because you have the bright, happy times versus the darkness that Bakugo is dealing with. And I love it. I love it. Look, the only thing I would say, though, that would have made the flashbacks a little bit better and would have, like, really brought out that contrast a little bit more is when Bakugo was talking with All Might, and like if we would have seen like a progression from like in the color palette from like the brightness and, you know, from when he was a kid and to like when he was having his talk with All Might to like a darker like more, or not darker, like a more muted color palette for when he was talking to All Might and dealing with Deku and shit like that. Because that would have represented, you know, the inner struggle that Bakugo is going through. That would have been so much better, and it would have made it so, like, this whole scene so much more powerful. Ugh! Again, it's wasted potential. It could... I know I'm being extremely anal about this, but it frustrates me because this scene could have been so much more powerful. Again, it's powerful. The scene is powerful, but it's not as powerful as it could be. So now we're utilizing backgrounds a little bit. Like and this is like at the 6-minute 31-second mark, where where Midoriya is realizing, oh shit, Bakugo's been struggling with this more than I have. And Studio Bones, why didn't you do this for Bakugo? Why? And at the 6-minute 38-second mark, something that would have been really cool is to see like this darkness, like an aura surrounding Bakugo. It would have looked so cool because it would have represented the struggle he's going through. Like, oh my god, I know, I have all these ideas in my head of what I wanted for this adaptation. Like, I'm gonna say this right now, I am not a complete manga purist when it comes to like manga to anime adaptations. If the writing matches, that's what I mainly want. I just want the writing to match for the most part, and I want the characters to look like how they should be. But like when it comes to like the animation itself, like Captain Tsubasa's Captain Tsubasa and like Land of the Lustrous are like and March Comes In Like a Lion are the best examples of like utilizing the animation. I want the animators to just like be creative and do something with it. Like, make it look cool. Make it look artistic. Bring out the message that the mangaka, or like, not the message, the underlying theme that the mangaka wanted to get across, and do it like creatively. And it's just frustrating that they're not doing that. Okay, so about the 7-minute 21-second mark, we get into chapter 119's adaptation of the manga. And my problem with chapter 118's adaptation of my adaptation, sorry, I can't fucking talk, it's like 3:30 in the morning. The problem I have with chapter 180, the problem I have with chapter 118's adaptation is, and it's basically been the story of season 3 of My Hero Academia in general, is Studio Bones is not utilizing the animation to its full potential, and they're not, to an extent, they're not utilizing the soundtrack. Like something that Studio Period is starting to do for Black Clover, or they have been doing for like a while now, is they're starting to utilize the soundtrack similar to like how David Productions is doing it. I know I keep mentioning Captain Tsubasa, and I know you guys get annoyed. I know some of you guys get annoyed with me with doing that, but there's a point to it. I'm just trying to, compare it to like, so you guys get an idea of what I'm looking for. The thing is what they do is the soundtrack flows with the episode, and it like flows like with the mood of the episode, and I feel like there's like something missing, and because there's mostly no music, and it just is really frustrating because there could be such, it's sad because there's Studio Bones, you could be using so many cool different soundtracks here. And it's just sad you're not doing it. But anyway, let's get to chapter 119's adaptation of the manga, which again starts at the 7-minute 21-second mark. Well, it took you long enough to start utilizing the soundtrack, Studio Bones. Why can't you do that for the whole episode? Holy shit, this fight is looking awesome! Oh my god! We got this music! Where was this earlier? My god! Jesus! Oh my god! Ugh. Okay, I gotta say this about this fight so far, and like I'm up to the 9-minute 48-second mark right now. Like this writing and the voice acting is so perfect, but god damn it, this animation! Okay, so the animation is of, Bakugo and Midoriya themselves is so freaking good. The fighting is fantastic. The choreography is perfect. It's fluid. It looks really good. It's definitely not like what Studio Perry did to us, Black Clover, or did to me as a Black Clover fan. I don't know if anyone else watching is a Black Clover fan. But again, the problem is they're not utilizing backwards. There's so much more they could be doing. But anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining and just keep on enjoying. Let's keep watching this. Also, I really, really, really love this soundtrack. Where was this earlier? Where were you earlier, soundtrack? Where? Now you're utilizing backgrounds, huh? And this is like what the 10-minute 4-second mark. Now you decide to do it, Studio Bones, you bastards. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna be mad at the writing, because I got confused for a second. So right before the commercial break, it says in the manga, and I'm gonna read what it says here, because I guess it finished before the commercial break. We finish off chapter 119's adaptation. What it's supposed to be is maximum power level limit 8%. I finally caught up to you. That's not what it says here in this anime. What happened to the 8%? First of all, what happened to that? Instead, and maybe my translations are wrong, or maybe Crunchyroll's are wrong, but it says I'm chasing you. It's some shit. And then then afterwards, and this is like at the 10-minute, or after the break, which is like a little bit after the 10-minute 30-second mark, Midoriya is supposed to be saying, and this is at the start of chapter 120, which is even I was surprised by my own speed. Ordinarily, going from 5 to 8% would not be a dramatic change at all. But then, with that small difference, I was able to be just a moment. We're not mentioning percentages up in here. What the fuck, writers or I don't know if, again, don't know if my subtitles are wrong, but what the fuck is this? Come on! Okay, I'm gonna take back the second thing I said about the 5 to 8%. That part, this is why I do live reactions. You gotta love how I do live reactions like this. I fuck up like this sometimes. So, again, it's fucking 3:40 in the morning. I'm fucking shit up right now. Anyway. So, but my first one is right though. That 8% was not in the anime. The second one was there. And also, there's still no finally caught up to you. What the fuck? Come on, Studio Bones. Ooh, that slow motion and the black screen. This is like at the 11-minute 5-second mark. Woo! Yes! I forgot that Deku said this about Bakugo, that Bakugo is the image that he has of victory, of Bakugo's attitude. I my day just seeing that. Oh, okay, so like starting like at the 11-minute 58-second mark. Holy shit! So like maybe a little bit even before that, like the 11-minute 55-second mark. Deku and Bakugo jumping at each other. We're getting the cool shots going. We got the slow-mo going. We got the camera going around. Oh my god, it's just making me think of Captain Tsubasa, especially like the past few weeks of Captain Tsubasa, because David Productions been doing the same thing. Oh my god, Studio Bones, you've been watching what they're doing over there. Thank you. Thank you if you're watching Captain Tsubasa 2018 Studio Bones, because David Productions is doing the same exact thing. But thank God that you guys put that in here. Thank you, Studio Bones. We needed this. Oh, we got cool backgrounds! Yes! I wish they were a different color, but it's better than nothing. God, I wish they were a different color. Oh my God, because you can't see the lightning does, because the lightning, sorry, I said lightning. Fuck, it's 3:46 in the morning. The electricity that's coming off of Deku, it would look so much cooler if it was like a blue background. Oh, it's just baby steps. Baby steps, Studio Bones. That punch! Oh my god, and the music! Oh my god, this is so perfect! Minus the background, this scene is just perfect! Oh my god! Oh my god, how Bakugo wins! Like at the 12-minute 45-second mark! Oh my god! The music is just so epic! Oh my god, everything is just amazing! Again, the only thing that is missing from this fight in general is the utilization of backgrounds. It's frustrating me because it could be so much cooler. And also comic book style. I really wish we had some comic book style animation in this fight. It would look so much better. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, I win, bitch! I won! Deal with it! God, when All Might's telling him, like, it's not your fault. And he tries to hug Bakugo. I forgot how sad this is. Oh my god. Oh my god, I totally forgot how sad this portion of the manga is. Jesus. It matches the manga panel! It matches the manga panels perfectly! Oh my god! Oh my god, Studio Bones, you have made my day! Holy shit! And this is like at the 15-minute, like, 40... I'm not a complete manga purist, but oh my god, when it matches the panel perfectly, it makes my fucking night. Or day. Whatever! This is like the 15-minute, like, 40 and 41-second mark. Oh my god, it matches it so beautifully. Fuck, I might just put the manga panel that I got, that it matches in the thumbnail, cause it's so fucking awesome and I have it colored. Anyway, let me keep going. So at the 16-minute 47-second mark, we go into chapter 121's adaptation, which, oh my god, I gotta say about chapter 120 was goddamn beautiful. Oh my god, the soundtrack was perfect. Voice acting's fantastic. Writing, for the most part, was pretty good. The animation, the story of this episode, like, the underutilization of animation, well, chapter 120 didn't have it as bad as the rest of this episode, but they kind of fucked up when they used backgrounds. You know what I mean. But anyway, let's get to chapter 121's adaptation, which starts at the 16-minute 47-second mark. I love the Bakugo and Deku saying like they're gonna try now become stronger than each other, and I love how I don't mind how they changed the order, that All Might said that they're now proper rivals and then go into the narration, but oh my god, now we got Aizawa holding them up, and this is at the 18-minute 58-second mark for All Might. Okay, something that I'm noticing in this whole thing is that Studio Bones only gives us like these really cool like comic book style like backgrounds and like these slice of life scenes. Like what the fuck? Why can't we get this in the action scenes, Studio Bones? Am I the only one that's noticing this? It's kind of like mind-boggling. It's just I would like to see the red and the fury backgrounds that we're seeing for Aizawa. Like, where was that during the fight against Midoriya? Like, where was that around Bakugo? That would have been nice to have. Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated at Studio Bones. I can't stand when they do this shit. So we're ending like in the middle of chapter 121, which I think is appropriate, but let me give you my thoughts. So writing was not the problem. Voice acting was not the problem. I'm surprised you know what? I'm not surprised that Studio Bones was able to adapt as many chapters as they did in this episode, because I'm going to be frank with you. Studio Bones usually is good when it comes to adapting manga chapters. I'm not gonna lie. They're usually good about this. They're not like JC Staff and what they do with Shokugeki no Soma. But, oh my god, I just don't want to think about that shit. No, Studio Bones is good when it comes to writing. Or I should say, adapting manga chapters. Soundtrack was just, to me, it was inconsistent. Like, there were some parts of the episode where I feel like it was more like the second half of the episode was when the soundtrack picked up. And it's really frustrating because, like, I'm watching series, like, I will even say Black Clover has good soundtrack more consistently than My Hero Academia, and that's really sad, because My Hero Academia could have a really cool soundtrack. Studio Bones needs to start utilizing it a little bit more. Animation, the thing I'm just really disappointed in with Studio Bones, it's not that the animation is bad, because trust me, I have seen bad animation. I really have. This season I have seen this year, or I should say, for as long as I've covered anime on this channel, or manga to anime adaptations on this channel, I have seen extremely bad animation. Trust me, My Hero Academia does not have bad animation. The problem is that the Studio Bones, especially compared to like seasons 1 and 2 of My Hero Academia, they're not utilizing the animation, and you cannot use the movie as an excuse. The movie is done. You can't do that shit. And the thing, and also like there's more, and the animation was extremely inconsistent for me. Like there's times where they looked like they were actually doing something really cool, like with the slow motion. I like the slow motion. That was cool. And like doing really cool stuff with the angles, but then they just didn't do anything. And then the other thing that frustrates me, and I've noticed this as like a trend that's going on, is that and I said this like just a minute ago or a couple minutes ago, is that something that's been going on is that they're utilizing the really cool backgrounds in the slice of life when they should be utilizing them in the action scenes, and it's really starting to annoy me. I don't know if I'm the only one noticing this or not, but I'm very curious what you guys think. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with me that like the main problem with the anime is like the angles, especially in the beginning of this week's episode? Oh my god, the angles just really pissed me off. The angles and like the underutilization of the animation, and or do you think I'm just being really stupid? I'm on being anal. And also, were you kind of annoyed that the soundtrack wasn't utilized earlier in the episode? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, From Me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.